Hey, Colab Coach here yet again to share some wise words of wisdom for the week. So, I'm here with my fiance, Sierra, and we are going to talk about a topic. As you know, and if you don't know, I'm the Colab Coach. I focus on relationships, but not only intimate relationships, relationships with your friends, families, neighbors, co-workers, and the most important relationship of all, with yourself. So, as I said, once a week, if you've been watching previously, I'm going to be doing talking about topics and issues that we as human beings going through in different relationships, even with ourselves, maybe with your friends, maybe with your neighbors, maybe with your coworkers, maybe with your friends, so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and get started. So this week, and as you know, every week we're gonna have a different person just talking about different things that they're personally going through. So now we officially started. So this week we're gonna talk about friendships, and I have Sierra here with me because she's had a topic that she wanted to share. So go ahead and tell us what the topic that you want to talk about.
The topic that I want to talk about is building and maintaining adult friendships. That was my topic.
Okay. So my question to you is, what issues have you had before, as far as friendships that you've had as an adult? And just so you know, as and I'm pretty sure most of us knows that we start off way young and we have so much whole groups of friends and a lot of friends, some of us, and but as we grow older, our circle gets smaller. So talk to me and talk to us about what have you dealt with as far as friendships as an adult.
I think a lot of people really have like landmarks in life where they meet their like lifelong friends in college, high school, all of these times. I, for some reason, feel like I missed those landmarks because friendships were not as valuable to me at that point. So now, as an adult, everybody already has like their group of friends, everybody's busy, people have families, children. So it's really hard to meet new uh, females and build healthy relationships at this moment because it feels like everybody's already gone, honestly.
So, speaking of you having friends and wanting to have friends, what are you looking for as far as friendships as an adult? You say you have friends in younger, and you say you missed the opportunity of finding that friendship. So, as you being an adult right now, what are some friend? What are the things that you're looking for as far as friends?
Well, previously, I think that it was easier for me to like link with people who had like common interests. Like when I was younger, I like to party, I like to go out, I like to dress up, look nice. All of those things are just not as important now. I'm more kind of reserved and settled down, so I like to do in the house things or shopping and all of that. So I'm looking for. So it's more important for me to have healthy friendships, like sisterhood friendships, versus me like just having people that I can just turn up with. Because after the music stops, like what really is there to talk about?
Okay, so you said sisterhood friendships. But again, my question is, what do they look like? What are you looking for as far as, yes, you said you don't want to, turn up and you want to meet. What does that mean to you? Is it more like intimate? Does it mean you guys going on traveling? What does that look like to you?
Really, it just means being someone that's supportive, that I could call if I had a problem, that links up with me and remembers me when it's, holiday. I'm not even sure what it looks like, to be honest with you, but I'm not really sure.
Okay, so what does a friendship look like to you in general?
Honestly, a friendship to me is just like a sister, someone that is there for you when you're down, who can survive even the bad times, not only just the good times.
Okay, sounds good. So my question to you would be, are you actively looking? Are you taking that step forward? Or is it something that you want people to come to you about? Like you want people to come to you instead of you going out to them, or vice versa? Which one do you prefer?
Um, I cannot say that I have been actively looking as of lately because I am just consumed in work, life. So it's not something that I have prioritized, and it's almost like, where do I go once you? I feel like you meet the bulk of majority of people when you are at school. So like after you leave school and I work from home, so where exactly will I meet new people at? So that's my kind of concern. Like, I don't know.
So you say your concern is that okay? So you want to meet friends, but you said life is busy, life's crazy. You have a lot of things going on. Um, so but you admitted that you're not actively looking. So because you're not actively looking, you're not finding anybody. So my question to you is like, what about different events? Have you gone out to do different events, different social things? Have you taken the time out to find different things that maybe people of like interest, like you said that you like a sisterhood. Have you talked to different, have you looked in different sisterhood groups, maybe on social media, stuff like that? What are some things that you would like to do? Because you say you're not doing anything right now, which is fine. But what are some things that you would like to do as far as different outings you guys might want to do, so on and so forth?
I haven't really thought about it, honestly.
Okay, well there you go. There's something to think about.
Yeah.
And it's something for you to actively do because it's easy for us to say that we want something, but it's hard for us to actually say that we're going to do it. So there's a lot of times that when we say oh, I wish this was different. I wish I can do this differently. I wish I can have my life the way I see it in my mind, rather than it in public. You know, sometimes we're not actively taking that step. So I would say to you is that it's time for you to take that first step. You know, as you said, you want that sisterhood. So look up different social media places, maybe some events that are going on where it's more about sisterhood. Maybe things like interests, like say you like to do hair, maybe you have a sister group that you could look up for hair, or you like traveling, go and find different groups where different women are meeting up together and traveling. Whatever it is, all the objective is that you're looking for sisterhoods. So it's time for you to actively going out to meet and going to different groups about sisterhoods. Is that something that you could do?
It's possible. I think I just have to convince myself that it is as important as I say it is. Because if it starts to sound difficult, like, oh, I have to get out of there and put myself out there, I'm not going to do it. So, and that's honest.
Well, okay, but why is that?
I'm not as outgoing as I used to be. I'm pretty shy. I don't like people in my business. I don't like drama. So it has been easier to just kind of mind my business, honestly.
Well, then that's kind of counterproductive. Would you say that?
I do think it is. So it's almost as if I'm stuck in my in my own ways.
Yeah, because it looks like you're mentally conflicted. Like one part of you is saying, "Oh, I want to have friends. Oh, I want to have a sisterhood. I want to have people I can be loyal and rely on." But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I don't feel like doing that. So, what do you really want?
Um, I guess I want it, but I just have to kind of convince myself to put the effort in, honestly.
Okay, but you don't sound too sure.
Because it's difficult. It's difficult to put yourself out there. It's difficult for you to being vulnerable with other people, especially for me because I'm not super emotional. So yeah, and I don't like to be rejected. So it's kind of hard.
So it looks like the issue is not about the sisterhood; it's about you taking the step out to be vulnerable and allowing people to let people in.
I believe so.
Okay. So what is one thing you think you could do to change that?
I don't know.
Okay. Have you been vulnerable before?
Yeah.
So what happened?
Well, it's not that I'm completely emotionless, just that sometimes it just it kind of bites you in the butt once you kind of put yourself out there. A lot of times, I think.
So you're saying that you've been hurt before when you were vulnerable.
Yeah.
And does it kind of sound like because you were hurt before, you don't want to go back in that same cycle?
Yeah, I think that might be the summary of what I was saying.
Okay. So what can you do to change that? What can you do to stop that cycle, as you said? Because the big thing you said when we first started, just so people who just joined us, first thing you said that you wanted friends, you wanted a sisterhood, you wanted people to hang out with. But now we get to the point that it's not about the friendships in a sense, it's about you actually opening up and being vulnerable.
Yeah.
So what does vulnerable mean to you?
I think think it's just that you can put yourself out there and you're not afraid of the repercussions. Not afraid of the rejections, not afraid of people kind of turning their back on you or using it against you later. I think that's what it means.
Right. So with that being said, what about vulnerability is just so scary to you?
Just making yourself raw like that and someone taking advantage of it.
But you do know that's life, right? You have to be vulnerable at times.
Of course, I know that's life.
Right.
Okay.
So if you know that, so let's put it this way. You know, we're in a relationship. As you know, you're my fiance, so you had to be vulnerable at some point. Why were you vulnerable with me, but you can't be vulnerable with other people?
Because I took the time to get to know you, and I trust you. So,
boom. So I think it's time for you to actually go out there and allow get to know people, figure out if they're a good fit for you, if there are people if these people are cool enough, or you could be opening up with them, open up with them, and to open up with them both, and actually see if they could be part of your sisterhood, because it sounds like you don't want to be in somebody's sisterhood, you want to create a sisterhood. So if the first step for you to create a sisterhood is that you have to be vulnerable for other people to come to you, you attract what you want in your life. So if you're closed off, you're not attracting nobody. But if you're open and you're honest and you want those relationships and you open yourself up and you, like a flower, you blossom, things are going to come to you. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
So what is one thing you could do today? Today, as in today. As in, this is it's only 6 o'clock in the evening. So what is one thing you could do today to be vulnerable and to allow yourself to get that sisterhood?
I think I could just kind of reflect on some things that went wrong in the past and see where I can go from there. I think that might, if I explore what went wrong with past friendships, I could probably know what to look out for, and that could be my first step.
Awesome. That's a beautiful step. And once you figure out what went wrong, you know exactly what to do right. And you'll be able to realize that if you want to be vulnerable and open that door, you've got to go ahead and allow it to happen. Do you agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, if you feel like you are having the same issue, Sierra said the same issue with her is that the issue for her is that getting the friendships, but then we realized and we broke it down that it wasn't actually the friendships at all. In fact, it really was that she was having a hard time being vulnerable because of the fact that she has been hurt before. And because she's been hurt before, she's been closed off. And because she's been closed off, she hasn't been able to have the friendships. And because she's not able to have the friendships, she doesn't want to look for them. You see that the cycle continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger if you don't actually figure out what the issue is at the root and find a solution for it. So, is this something that you can honestly say, if you work on it, you can actually change?
Yeah, I think I've never felt at anything reasonably. So I think if I really wanted it, I probably could. Yeah.
But do you want it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
You don't
sound
I'm
too
sure.
sure.
I'm sure.
So you tell me right now, 2019, boom, this is January 2019. Boom. What can you say that you want to have accomplished in January 2019?
I would like to be part of some sisterhood group that is committed to the same values that I am.
Awesome. And for you to do that, what has to be done?
Put myself out there.
Boom. That's good. Congratulations. You actually acknowledge this. And now we can work on something for the long run and throughout this year. Mm-hmm. Right? Okay, perfect. So if you don't know who I am the collab coach. I focus on relationships. Not only relationships with your friends, families, neighbors, co-workers, and the most important relationship of all, with yourself. I do this every week on Facebook Live. talk about different topics and issues that we as human beings have in our relationships. You know, we saw here that she wanted friendships, but in reality, it's the relationship with herself that she needs to work on to get those friendships. So if you are having an issue like this, or you're having any other type of issue, go ahead and comment below or message me. Um, Go ahead and like my Facebook page at Colab Coaching, Instagram at Colab Coaching, and for the month of January, and for this year, in fact, I'm trying to get five new clients for this year, so we can start building and growing and be able to work on your relationships, work on relationships around you, and the relationships within yourself. And just January, look out next week. I'm gonna do a promotion that is gonna be awesome. It's gonna save you guys a lot of money, and it's gonna help you with you being your best self in 2019. So look out for that. So but right now, in short, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to close this off. Um, Again, Collab Coach, if you know anybody that needs to see this video, go ahead and share it. If you know anybody that's having the same issue, like, oh, I know a person that's just like this, go ahead and pass it my way. We can just have a conversation. That's all it is to it. But until then, you guys have a wonderful night. Happy New Year. And thank you guys for joining us on this beautiful Thursday. Until next time, have a wonderful day.
That was fun. Not at all. It was not fun.
Oof, good job.